The hip-hop community is braced for a civil war as Lil Baby and Lil Durk are set to go at each other. Durk has had Baby in sight for a while now, and he has a score to settle. So stay tuned as we take a look at how it all went wrong for the duo and what the internet is missing out on so far. Despite how young they are, both rappers are rulers of their respective music communities. At only 28, Lil Durk is a legend in his own right, having successfully moved the Chicago drilling scene to become a rap superstar in the blink of an eye. He's featured on tracks with bigger artists like Drake, earning him massive Billboard 100 positions. Durk and Baby share similarities in their rise to the top. They were raised by single parents and grew up in violent neighborhoods. Durk was born to Dante Banks and a nurse in Chicago. At an early age, he had to shoulder responsibilities as his father was jailed when he was only 7 years old.
When you step out that porch, you a man by yourself. Like, no matter what age you is, like, it's the same struggle, the same story that everybody got. Mama ain't got this, daddy locked this, the same shit. So it's on you to overcome.
Durk talks about days as a child when there wasn't even enough food at home. Frequent nights out was common for the 5th grader because there was no father figure at home. The violent neighborhood in which Durk and Baby grew up had a lasting impact on them. During their teen years, they got incarcerated for criminal activities as they grew up in neighborhoods filled with gangsters. Durks Big Break. Lil Durk started on social media channels like MySpace, gradually building a fan base. These days, he's considered a successful musician, topping Billboard charts and selling lots of records. 2015 was a remarkable one for Durk as he marked in his career with the release of his debut album, Remember My Name. The album contains songs based on the culture of street violence in Chicago that he experienced as a child. The album was a success and ranked 14 on the Billboard 200. The huge success recorded by his first album, Remember My Name, shone the light for Lil Durk to emerge as a talented musician. The album also ranked number 2 on the top R&B hip-hop albums, reaching a decade in the spotlight. Lil Durk has overcome challenges in an ever-changing rap scene to become one of the biggest and most popular names in the rap game.
The way you win is by success and being on this these charts, these streams, these plaques.
Despite blockbuster releases from Kanye and Drake over the past month, Durk floats on top of the Billboard Hot 100 with the most entries on the chart of any rapper in 2021. As a successful artist that he is, Lil Durk's life is never far away from drama and controversy. These dramas and controversies are reminiscent of 90s hip-hop, where rappers literally went after one another outside the comfort of the studio. Gun violence and street gangsters are part of the rap culture. Rappers don't just talk the dangerous talk in their rap songs, but they're all about that life. Although the violence surrounding the rap community lessened considerably after the death of Pac and Biggie, the Chicago drill scene paints a perfect picture of what it used to be back in the days. Lil Durk has experienced the death of family, friends, and colleagues in his short time in the industry. The first was his manager, who was fatally shot in the Avalon Park neighborhood just hours after meeting with Chicago Bulls star Joakim Noah to talk about anti-violence initiatives. The death of Durk's protege, King Von, followed. Von was a rapper and songwriter, originally from Chicago, Illinois. He signed to Lil Durk's record label, Only the Family, and Empire Distribution. He was an active rapper in the drill scene from 2018 till his untimely demise in the year 2020. These unfortunate incidents continued as D-Thang, Lil Durk's brother, was the next in line. D-Thang reportedly was shot and killed outside of a Chicago nightclub. All of these have seemed not to directly alter Durk's career, with the Laugh Now Cry Later rapper having the time to pick up beef with other rappers in the game. Lil Durk has had numerous beefs with a long list of rappers like close friend and colleague, Chief Keef, Tyga, and even The Game. All indications now point to Lil Baby being added to this list. Before we go into what is probably causing the rift between the two hottest MCs in the game, let's take a look at Lil Baby's background before he hit it big in the rap game. Dominique Jones, aka Lil Baby, was born in the Oakland City neighborhood. Baby, just like Durk, grew up with no father in his life. His mom, LaShawn Jones, wasn't even sure that she wanted to have him. She had 2 daughters, and things looked bad on the financial side.
I ain't even old enough to get a job. I shouldn't even be worrying about bills or nothing like that. But as a man at this point, cause now I'm getting mad tendencies.
Lil Baby spent his teenage years hustling on the street selling drugs. At age 16, Lil Baby was making enough money to afford apartments and cars. By 17, he acquired 2 condominiums that cost about $2,000 a month. Baby built a reputation with other artists in Atlanta as a well-known drug dealer. He sold to these rappers in the studio and even after shows. It was during his career as a dealer that he jumped ship. His mentor, Coach K, taught Lil Baby how to rap.
And also Coach K, like for years, like 6 years or something, he been on my ass like, you need to rap, you got the swag, you got the image, you got the story, just rap.
Lil Baby took a trip to jail on multiple occasions as a teenager. he was arrested for marijuana possession twice. The teenager started a fight and was jailed again, this time for 2 years. He eventually left a life of crime behind. Now, he's a 3-time Grammy nominee, a 2-time winner of American Music Awards, a 2-time winner of MTV Video Music Awards, and has 7 BET Awards. He was crowned as the biggest all-genre artist of the year at the Apple Music Awards 2020. In 2021, he teamed up with Lil Durk for a joint album to the delight of fans. The OTF and 4PF leaders joined forces to whet the appetite of fans. The two rappers have become the undisputed kings of the new school ever since they burst into the scene, so it was taken with much delight when they teased a joint album. Months before releasing the album, Lil Baby and Lil Durk were teasing fans about a possible collaboration. Durk offered the first hint at the collab when he included Lil Baby in the deluxe version of his most recent solo album, The Voice, in January. Durk and Baby began to spend much more time together. They would post photos of themselves together on social media, would spend time together at basketball games, and in some instances, would perform together. In February, Durk posted images of him and Lil Baby during a video shoot for their track Finesse Out the Gangway with the caption, The Voice and The Hero, labeling Lil Baby the hero and himself as The Voice. The following month, Durk jumped on Instagram with the caption saying if the post reaches 100K comments, he and Baby will release their collaborative tape. Baby later confirmed the album's title, The Voice of the Heroes. In April, Lil Baby was seen in the studio recording with Travis Scott. Anticipation was high in April when the two got featured on DJ Khaled's album, Khaled, for the song Every Chance I Get. At that point, Durk and Baby began to solidify themselves as a team. Durk and Baby teased fans with a release date of May 28. However, Swizz Beatz revealed that the album was postponed in support of DMX's posthumous album, Exodus. The same month, on the 23rd, Baby took to Twitter to announce the album was ready for release and was scheduled for June 4th, 2021. 2 days before the album's release, the rappers announced a track list showing features from Travis Scott, Young Thug, Rod Wave, and Meek Mill. With a masterful build-up and a world-class roster of artists for the album, the hip-hop community was ready to hear what The Voice and The Hero had to offer. The album had the distinction of being the first to have an NBA player as executive producer. James Harden had that honor, as he was named in the credits as one of those responsible for the body of work reaching its final stages. The Voice of the Heroes made its debut at number 1 on the US Billboard 200 with an earning of 150,000 album equivalent units in its first week. It became Lil Baby's second and Lil Durk's first US number 1 album on the chart. The Voice of the Heroes had a tracklist of 18 songs. The project got the approval of fans of Lil Baby and Lil Durk, reminding them why they fell in love with both artists in the first place. And then, what nobody could have pictured came into place when a report of a possible beef from Durk's camp was rumored. It's believed that if one wants to be part of the hip-hop community, rappers must have in mind that it's an aggressive sport, with competition being part and parcel of the genre. Usually, competition can be about who is the best lyric-wise. If one wants to show where he belongs in the large pool of rappers, then you have to take on the best in the game. Sometimes, you also have a situation when envy sets in, and you would have a rapper challenge his peer or a veteran to prove he's worthy of the throne. With everything in place for Durk and Lil Baby to take over the hip-hop throne, there are certain indicators to show that all might not be well between the pair. Lil Baby is widely regarded as the best in the land, and this is speculated not to go down well with Durk. As for Lil Baby, 2020 launched him into superstardom. He captured the hearts of hip-hop fans with his impressive bars and his humanitarian efforts. Every now and then, there's a young rapper that emerges on the scene that wins over the hearts of hip-hop gods, and right now, that rapper is Lil Baby. Rap legend Fat Joe had this to say about Baby. In the newer generation, there's no one better than Lil Baby right now. Joe said, "We've seen all this. We, as hip-hop historians, we saw when Lil Wayne emerged, we saw when Eminem emerged, and Lil Baby is in the lane by himself right now." Fat Joe wasn't the only legend paying Baby glowing tributes. Lil Wayne also named the rapper his favorite. In an interview with Complex, Wayne revealed that Lil Baby is his favorite artist. With that being said, I just saw on The Breakfast Club my favorite artist, Lil Baby. I saw Lil Baby with the Bape and Coach collaboration jacket. So they doing things. Shout out Bathe and Nate. This isn't surprising, seeing the 26-year-old artist is killing it on every single track so far, and he still has a long career ahead of him. Not only did he release the most coveted album of 2020, but he also outsold heavyweights like Taylor Swift. He did it true to himself without pulling gimmicks to reach a new height of commercial success. His newfound success is sure to attract envy, with many pointing in the direction of Durk, whose frequent troubles with the law are giving him bad press. Even in his early years, he found himself paying a supporting act to rappers like Chief Keef and King L. But while he may be well known in certain circles, many are still completely unfamiliar with him. It's speculated that Durk's low popularity compared to Baby is causing a rift. Some fans see Durk as that guy that came out of nowhere, suddenly appearing and arrogantly going after established rappers in the game. His gang affiliation is another theory as to why he's not as big as Baby, despite the fact that both have criminal records. Durk had become a member of the Black Disciples as a youngster. It appears that he's yet to leave the street life behind, as he's been linked to some recent murders. While nothing concrete has surfaced so far from both camps about this Cold War, many believe the situation could escalate in the future. Something that'll give the hip-hop family something to cheer on, as the rap scene has been deprived of a proper beef between two MCs at the top.